began to make sense when I realized a lot of our disconnection relates to the fact that we feel disconnected from the land. And I felt like God was saying, if you want to know me, if you want to feel more bonded together in me, then that will involve working the land a little bit and getting your hands a little bit more dirty than you may be used to. So the food bank leader, she visited our pastoral staff probably 2 years beforehand. And I asked her if there's anything we could do as a church to help you, what would it be? And she's like, well, you guys are supporting us financially, and so you're doing great. And if there's anything else, it would be break ground and plant vegetables. And so it took 2 years for it to come about, but there was a small group of us who felt like this was of God, and we wanted to serve Him in this way, and so it was to honor that request and honor God.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge barrier, or huge bridge between us and the community, because there's not a huge correlation between the church and the food bank, and so it's been just great to connect with them and for them to see that Peace Portal's been, at least for South Surrey Food Bank, the biggest supporter, I think, financially and in giving of food and canned goods. So that's been a huge connecting point between our church and the community.
This place, West Coast Seeds, we wrote them a short letter and ended up kind of having a family connection, and they donated all of the things that we planted. I tried to be fully aware that there would be some aesthetic hesitation to how this garden might look, and we were able to, with the help of Sean, obviously, put together a garden that is not aesthetically an eyesore and is actually the opposite. It looks almost appealing to come and just...
More so in the spring than
maybe not right this time of year, but yeah, it was just being aware that it was a little outside of the box, especially here in the suburbs, and it wasn't going to look pretty, but you know, the surprise has been people have appreciated the way that it sits on the land, and I think I'm learning that there is blessing from God as we care for creation and participate with Him in Him growing all this bountiful food that we have, as well as we can simply bless this local community through the simple effort, which turned out to be, I'd say, the highlight of many of our summers last year. Those of us who were involved in this, it was just this like glowing project